This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
This is Deeper Down the Rabbit Hole. We're at the Queen City Curio, currently at 607 Gerard Street in Toronto.
Unit 401, 402.
Yep. And then we've been doing the Goetia Immersion, and we're still building our elemental circles up in actual ritual practice. Do you know how many spam messages I have got from the Goetia Immersion over the last 3 days?
I've lost count, man.
I know.
Everyone's
trying to sell me on becoming a living god, or no, they're not. I actually write for them occasionally.
You do,
but similar
you do.
stuff of people who are not Mr. Coeting trying to sell me on how they can teach me how to summon a demon.
Because, you know, that's how it rolls on the internet.
When we're like, you're literally doing summoning demons every week. Okay.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And I've been doing this for 20 years. But yes, you go ahead. You go ahead, people who are like barely 20 selling me how to summon Lucifer. I'm sure I'm your customer base here.
Yeah, totally. It's like
Now, if you want to do real demon summoning, come down to 607 Gerard Street. We'll do some real demon summoning.
every 2 weeks.
You know, like today we summon Belial.
Fuck yeah!
Belial!
Fuck yeah!
Belial. Fuck yeah! That's the best we can describe this demon. Holy shit.
Holy
shit indeed. Apparently, like, we did a full-on possession ritual, so it's a little bit different today. We decided, okay, we're going to do everyone else evoked. I got possessed, and
Yes, you
I got
did.
possessed. I don't remember much about that
No,
particular
you were out
ritual,
of the building really fast. on
but I
that.
remember Belial. Fuck yeah! Like, so if you need a spirit to rebel against the world,
Nothing like the earth to rebel.
this demon, this is the demon rebellion of earth of power.
Yeah.
And I feel it right now. I'm not,
Oh, yeah, it's
I mean,
great.
I might have gotten an invoked in that ritual, but
Boom. Yeah, yeah.
you know, like, I'm ready to fight. I want to fight somebody. Don't summon Belial if you have to avoid fighting someone. But I don't really want to fight someone. But I'm just like, you know, I have the tiger and the will to fight on.
It really is.
Right? Like, I feel motivated, really motivated after that ritual. I got to say, I mean, extremely motivated. Like,
Well, even to the point, like, what? The name translates to without master. So, yeah, there's a whole
yeah, there you go. I feel.
boom.
Now, that said, we, of course, have hot pot,
We do.
which we're going to eat. Now, Belial is usually tied to stones. I mean, some of the stones that I picked out were a little weird. A pyrite, obviously, because of wealth.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
there's also, he's tied to the sun, so there's citrine and there's,
citrine, sunstone.
I think Tigar is a little
Tiger's
closer
eye.
than citrine, actually. But I thought that there's this, I think it's strong light,
Strong delight, yeah.
that ancient wisdom actually fit too. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it fit, and then we had water, glasses of water that had tea, which is even more earthy. We added those to the hot pot, which we're going to eat.
Yep.
It was a normal ritual where we gave blood, but the ritual was actually a dual invocation.
Yeah, it was,
So the way we did the ritual was basically, if you come here, we basically had everyone evoke over me who was invoking. And it became everyone was, I mean,
It
really,
was real.
when he got me back,
It took a while.
everyone was really
juiced.
and they were really fucked up. I mean, people started purging right after the ritual, like,
Took
whoa.
A few
like,
banishings, not
right,
just
right,
one.
Yep. So that was a good time.
That was a real good time.
Good time. So, I mean, this is a spirit, like, has so many qualities tied to Earth that
Oh, it is
is
the
necessary.
Earth itself, right? That would be King of the Earth.
Yeah. I mean, but it's so many qualities tied to
The literal manifestation power.
of power,
Yeah.
right? You know, literal power, wealth.
And it was
Like-
emphasized in the, definitely within the inspired speech of Belial, that there's definitely this vitality aspect to the Earth.
Vitality, yeah.
Like, boom, you should never be tired if you're actually connecting into the Earth.
And that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But I mean, there was a lot of, I mean, obviously, you know, I felt the buildup, and there's just a lot of things in the world that, you know, this is almost like a spirit that's all about power and no real guilt over the expression of that
material
power at all. Like, I mean, in the modern world, everyone has expressions of guilt about their power. And this spirit's like, stop.
Being your
Express the
express it.
power.
And it was really interesting in the speech pieces because it was this. Belial was very much about like, all right, you are doing physical things. I am feeling the earth energy. Right? Stop
Right,
using your
so-
body energy. Use the earth energy and connect through.
Which is good words of advice, actually, for a lot of ritual, actually.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty good words of advice. Like, so, you know, like, even afterwards, I'm feeling
Pretty juiced.
really
like,
juiced
really
up. Like,
solid.
I mean, but this isn't, I think I was joking before the ritual. I said, this spirit doesn't quite vibe with Toronto.
Oh, absolutely. It's like for people that are in the southern Ontario region, it's Steel City, Hamilton, Hammertown.
Right.
Like, boom.
Not so much passive aggressive on this one.
this
This
is
is
a
pretty much
straight up.
straight up aggression.
Yeah.
And, you know, you want something, go claim it.
Go
Just
claim
take it. That's the whole vibe. Like, don't stop. You know, don't
Keep
kneel.
going.
Keep going and take it. Take it right now. And I think that's, you know, a lesson maybe we should all listen to a little bit. I
Yeah.
mean, especially in a world where people apologize for doing magic, people apologize for expressing their power. You know, people are fearful to actually go and reach out and take what they want.
Well, yeah. And
You know, out of the earth, and
there's
like,
definitely a piece, too, where he was telling everyone here where the conversation was like, don't cower before me. Don't have fear. If you're going to call me and you gave the offerings, which you did, you should all be standing in front of me.
right? That's interesting. Right, as if I have no master,
Why do you have a master? Or why are you treating me like one?
right?
That's some tough love there from
Kind of,
Demon
yeah.
King. Yeah.
Right, that's. I mean, people don't want to hear that.
No,
they don't
no.
want to hear you have power.
You have power.
Express that power. People like the idea of, I have no power. I'm the victim, and I think the spirit would slap you.
Oh, this spirit most definitely would slap you. Even keeping to more of an airy state, the demon was calling out people. It was like, oh.
That's a hard lesson. That's
That
a
is
hard.
very- Belial!
Fuck yeah! You got to champion us again.
Can't see
I
anything. You
think
gotta
we-
spotlight us.
So we're gonna have to seriously fix this video a little, and zoom it down. Want to get your head in and get the lights not in. Right. Well, we had some technical difficulties.
That's some technical
Get
difficulties.
the camera light not in the photo, bro. Just down a little. There you go. Below!
Hello! Fuck yeah!
So as we were saying before we got cut off, which I'm not sure where we got cut off by the internet glitch.
We were cut off on the point of saying being present.
Right, being present.
Being present.
In the world. I mean, that's particularly difficult. I think, like, the idea, if you're in the, I mean, not to rip on the love and light community, which there's some people who actually use that technology, spiritual technology, very well, but a lot of people in their heads, and this spirit is just like, if you're gonna be here, you're gonna call me, own the world, be the world, like, go out there and grab the world.
Yeah, it's like, literally, you got the material beneath of you. There's no excuses at this point. If you got all the physical vitality of the world, just keep steamrolling through stuff.
Yeah, just keep steamrolling stuff. So very sort of inspiring, motivating spirit. Not in a martial way. Martial spirit would be like,
go.
I'm going to kill. I'm going to fight. This is, and it's not like in the oppositional martial Venus way like Leviathan, which is paradoxical. Weird. This is straight like, you can do it.
It's a straight,
get off your ass and do it!
Well, I think the best way I would put the vibe for this particular spirit, it's not like going forward. It's just like, here's a wall. The wall keeps moving forward.
Yeah, push the wall out of the way.
Push the wall.
Out of the way.
Or be the wall. Or be the mountain.
Yeah, you know what it's like? You want to do something? It's like, fuck yeah! Like, literally, go do it.
Go do it.
Like, you know, that's the whole vibe in a nutshell.
Very much.
I mean, again, this doesn't separate from the other spirits. No. Obviously, if you're mentally constrained, you can't even think of doing anything.
Yeah. I mean,
if you don't have any passion,
can't do anything.
You can't really decide to do anything. You won't want to do anything.
Right. If you don't want to feel anything.
You don't feel anything, it's not worth doing. And in this case, it's like,
just
by the time it's worth doing, because you have the other elements strengthened, just do it.
Just do it.
Whatever you're doing, try to go and dive in and do it. Like, it's the idea of not hesitating.
Yeah.
And then it's the idea of perseverance, too. Like, you're here, keep going. Yeah. Like, you're why not? Like, it's Earth. Like, you got this. Like,
you got this. I mean, you got a foundation underneath your feet.
Exactly. Overall, that was a remarkably powerfully and good experience. I mean, Leviathan was powerful. I wouldn't call it good, but it definitely strengthened.
Well, it's a different vibe. I mean,
definitely.
With Earth, it's Earth. Like, boom, you got the...
Yeah, but everyone here hates Earth except for me. So the fact you're like talking well about this is kind of pretty good. Means it was really good.
Yeah.
Because usually you're like, Earth? Yeah, about that.
About that.
Earth energies. Let's skip that, shall we? That's your usual vibe. And this one, you're like, nah, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So I'd say...
And that was surprising for me, too. Like, even before going into a ritual, like, I was ready, like...
Yeah.
The vibe of Belial was really trying to get inside.
And this is the thing about this spirit, too, is that this spirit was trying to make contact with multiple people.
Yeah,
we're setting up, like, people getting invoked. We had to, like, go into doing ritual discipline here at the center, being like, don't do that.
We see it in your eyes. Don't do it.
Don't go there. We're gonna do evocation a little bit. That's you know, that was cool. I get a little worried about that kind of stuff, but it went off very well.
Yeah.
It was just a spirit ready to be called at that time, and this is actually, you know, we're right in his week from February 1st to February 8th, and we felt it.
We felt it right in there.
Pretty strong. So now, at this point in our Goetia Immersion, we've summoned all 4 kings of the elements, princes of the princes of the elements.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to sing the song, you know. We are the kings of the universe. All 4 elemental kings we've summoned right there. And we strengthened all 4 elements. There was only one left to do to fully embrace a created circle. And that's what we're doing right now, is creating our circle out of our own elements, which I know if you watch and read and go on YouTube, and that's not what they do in ceremonial magic, but you could actually. Yeah. And if you did do that with the angels too, it would be equally as effective.
Yep.
Different, but equally effective, where you're building the element within, so you don't need a circle per se. You are the circle, because we're building up our elements. The last element in classic Western philosophy is spirit.
Yep.
And that is under the guidance of Satan. Now, want to say some words.
Yep, absolutely.
Because, I mean, Satan is a controversial figure, let's face it.
And a complex one.
And a complex one, and it's like we're not some, teenagers sacrificing goats under the bridge to get favors from Satan, selling our soul. It's not like that.
It is not.
And the Decon hierarchy is basically Lord of Spirit. If you think about it, he's the first angel who rejected God. If you go into Gnostic thought, he's the first angel to reject the demiurge world that we live in, which separates spirit from matter.
The adversary.
The real, right. And in classic Judaism, he isn't necessarily not an angel, only in Christianity. In classic Judaism, he's really just literally the adversary, the spirit who tempts people's faith and otherwise tests their spirit to see whether or not they can do that. So depending on where you put him, he's rebel. Of course, he has a long history in rock and roll.
Hell to the yeah.
And
very
art.
much.
And art. And in a modern, even secular type of idea, even if you think about what Christianity is saying about the earth, the elements, people who are basically of the earth, he is basically the ultimate rebel.
Yep.
Right?
But that is a theme you see with all the princes and kings in the circle. They're all having that rebellious aspect to some degree.
Right. And I mean, so I don't think it's quite so cavalier and dumb as people make it seem. Certainly, the Church of Satan has some ideas. They are basically believe themselves, to be psychological. It's all psychological. It's all bullshit. Mm-hmm. Other theistic Satan orders take it in a direction where it's over the top, dark. But realistically, this principle of this idea of a black flame, where you yourself are the light in the darkness, which is further extrapolated into the Temple of Set, who actually broke from the Church of Satan because they thought, maybe there is something to this whole force of spiritual evolution in the darkness that isn't bullshit, but we're going to call that Set instead of Satan.
Yeah.
Which, okay,
it's
fine,
all right,
fine.
Because you're rebelling against the rebel state.
Right, rebels rebelling against rebels. But still, there's probably something to this, right? If we really think about it, you really have problems, let's say, with your magic. Like, it just doesn't work. Yeah, maybe you just haven't committed enough blasphemy to get the bullshit out of your head. Yeah. And that's the thing. This symbol is like such a scapegoat. But everyone who does magic is sort of scapegoated. We're all lot to fix.
This is going to be a lot to fix. Are we on recording right now? We got to get spotlighted again.
So we're not sure what's going on with Zoom. It keeps going down. We're going to have a lot to fix, so this is going to take a while.
This is going to be a splice. There we go.
We're talking about Satan not be bullshit. And
we're talking about earthy things, and our
rebellion.
tech keeps going down.
Yeah, and it keeps going down. Like, the internet doesn't want to hear about the earthy things we have to say. We might have to record the show again because it keeps going out. Now, that said, we'll do that if we have to. But realistically, the 24th, we're going to summon Satan.
Certain.
Which really what we're going to do is fully complete our circle of the 5 elements, building ourselves up, building us up as a circle. And the reason you need that is to stay balanced.
Yeah.
We've seen kind of benefits to this balancing. Now, granted, there's this notion undercurring everything we're doing with this circle, like Zach was saying, and it's all about rebellion. But given the constraints of the world right now, is that so bad?
Yeah. I mean, it's building up with starting with the the mind, moving through the passion, getting back into your emotions,
I mean, yeah.
and then straight up, like, you're on the physical plane. What are you going to do with all those pieces?
Exactly. I mean, at this point, I don't necessarily think it's stupid to rebel. Like, certainly there's stupid rebellion, but at this point, how much of it things are gaining further and further control of, and obviously in ways that are almost insulting to anyone who's intelligent.
Yeah.
And I don't mean some conspiracy thing. I mean just they're not even trying to basically trying to get an intelligent buy-in. It's just like comply with the mob or whatever it is. Maybe if you're kind of feeling the social pressures and other stuff,
this is the route.
This is a good route to develop your own power. And like at this point, we've got all 4 of the elements strengthened, and we're going into the 5th one, and then
it's straight up Goetia.
then we're going to start doing the Goetia once we have the built-in circle.
I mean, technically we've already started with Belial, right?
Yeah, but he's a prince too,
Prince,
so yeah. But at this point, like if you are interested in the Goetia Immersion, let us know. You know, we have more room online. We'll go through the stuff with you. Spend a little extra time to go through the first building your own circle up. And, you know, of course, you get the videos from before, so you can practice
the videos, you get the cheat sheets, which basically have all the information there for you.
Yep, and essentially we've done 4 different styles of evocation. So we haven't done one style of evocation. We've actually been showing different styles of summoning spirits. And that's probably going to continue from drumming to in Goetia, which to today was a possession ritual, to the Leviathan ritual, which was a mixed, not really path working, but it was definitely a mixed sort of working to
mixed working to the Flarios, which was
right?
very big in terms of the evocation.
Exactly. So we've kind of covered it, and we're going to cover different types as we keep going on, so people can see different methods of evocation and kind of pick and choose what they think works best for them.
Yep.
You know, we'll eventually have a scrying crystal ball and do that. We'll have other things, which is more the Hudson's method of evocation. And of course, today's method was in hands-on chaos magic. Evoke, invoke methodology was basically in hands-on chaos magic.
Yep.
So you can kind of see that there, although this is the first time that not the first time I've invoked Belial, but the first time we've tried it here.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, besides the 24th is when we're going to do the
24th is the Satan.
Right, the Satan. And like I said, that's not going to be, it's really not going to be it's not a stupid energy. Not the way it's portrayed, but it is got a lot to do with enlivening your soul.
Yeah, it very much does, because Satan point to spirit. So once we have the circle, then we can start having fun with the Goetia and really getting into it.
Right, exactly.
How many years? It's so many, like what?
I don't know. A while.
It's a while.
So if you're still interested, you can come in and we'll be fine. And once we, you know, if it's later and you're 5 demons in or 50 demons in, we'll get you through the basics here to get it going. Once you can kind of do the circle, I feel like everyone's kind of Mac's not going, is it?
Yeah, this is the Mac.
It's got to be updated or something.
No, I updated already.
Yes.
This is not. This is on the cloud.
So the internet's probably going up and down.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're having lots of problems. We might have to re-record this all. Hopefully, the ritual. It did seem to go.
No, ritual went through.
So we're having technical issues
when we're
after
doing the discussion.
We did Earth and the discussion, which is not Earth. Discussion is not Earth. So maybe we're offending Belial with our discussion, but that's okay. We'll piece it together and get it
together and splice.
You know, and then I don't know. Does anyone have any questions that are here? That was our. I mean, I really feel like this is a spirit, especially for people in Toronto.
Yes.
You should summon.
You should summon.
Because essentially, I mean, people here are really passive aggressive, and they give up on their dreams.
And they ain't grounded.
And they're not grounded. So if they give up on their dreams and not grounded, you're going to be like, it's like you go through life like in a river. It's like wishy, and then you're not happy.
Well, you're not
this
happy.
Spirit will remind you, get your feet on the ground,
Don't
give a shit about the water, get solid, and go direct after what you want. And I think that would help a lot of people, actually.
I mean, especially as one of his epitaphs could be Lord of the Underworld, right? And the Cavernous Darkness pieces.
Exactly.
It's like, just get to it.
Exactly. Well, that said, all the internet stuff aside, this is Deep Down the Rabbit Hole over a hot pot, which you can't really see, but we can zoom out to see a hot pot. There it is. There's a hot pot, our food.
Yep.
We're going to start eating. Yep. So this is Deeper Down the Rabbit Hole over the hot pot.
Demon hot pot.
Demon hot pot. We'll see you again in a couple weeks.